Hey, what's up? This is Big Lee with Hustler Spirit. We're here again with Fleece Johnson. What's up, Fleece?
Uh, it's a whole lot. Matter of fact, I won't speak on something. Now, here's what I don't understand. And I'm coming straight to Evansville, Indiana. You on the map. And I ain't forget. Here's a person get out of prison. Changed man. Me nobody no wrong. I could be doing anything. I could have got out of prison, just picked up a gun, just went to kill it, steal it, rob it. But I chose to go to Evansville, Indiana, and get involved in a church. And the name of the church was either King Solomon or King David. It was one of them. If you ain't got a King David, it was King Solomon. Black church, as they call it. I go there, homeless. Ain't got my hand out, ain't trying to be a leech and I just want to, be a productive citizen. And you know what that preacher told me? When they saw the day that they supposed to vote me in the congregation as a full member, told me, the pastor, he said, in all my years of being a pastor, 20-something years, I think he said, 20 or 30, I have never had to, the word he used was something, cast somebody out of the church like I was a demon. Told me I was not allowed to be a member of that church, not even to come in and sit. Because they saw this junk on the internet, booty man, all this stuff. Bunch of lies people put on the internet to make some money, keep everybody laughing, take somebody's life and shred it. They didn't think I was going to get out of prison. That's why they actually went through with it. But I popped out anyway. But here's the thing. A church told me, a child of God, that I'm not even welcome in that church, not even to visit. Can you imagine how I felt about me? Who's these people? What? They think I'm, what? That evil? That I'm just like a son of devil? Like I'm the Antichrist or something. Evansville, Indiana. I never forget it. And there's a lot of black people out here listening to this. A lot of pastors is come to your ear. Check it out. Then you'll find out that all the lies that on the internet about me was lies. Then what? How you make up for that? And how many people out there, as you call yourself black people, seeking truth and justice and all this, how many of y'all would get on the phone and contact this church in Evansville and find out about this? And when they tell you the truth of you, y'all don't know what I've been through, but I got a problem with the churches. And then here's what I want to tell you. I want to tell everybody to go to church, ever attended a church, that knows somebody that died, that your pastor or church spoke on. And when they tell you so-and-so went to heaven, I is in heaven with the Lord Jesus and all that. They told you a lie. Straight up, simple, and plain. And here's why. First of all power, all authority in heaven, on earth, was given to Jesus to execute judgment on this world and to decide who goes to heaven. Your pastor, your preacher, your teachers, your priests, none of them has that authority. That authority was given only to one person, Jesus, to decide who goes to heaven. And anybody that tell you that bypasses this and tell you that your loved one is already there, they lie. See, it would not even be decided until the day of judgment. Thank you. All right. I've been doing these interviews. I don't know what session I'm on, 13, 20, 25, whatever. But it seemed to me when I don't read all the comments, but when somebody tell me of a comment kind of negative, like, I be like, okay, they don't get the picture. I'm going to help y'all understand who I am and what I've been through with a demonstration. See, telling you, let me demonstrate. Now, watch this. Can you see this? This right here is a milk crate, but we're going to call it a prison. I was once told by a prison correctional that a prison to society is a dump site. It's where society take their garbage and empty it. It's in a prison. We was considered the garbage. Okay, now, take this. Let's say this is serial killers. This is killers. Gangs. Racist skinheads. Troublemakers. Freaks. Bizarre freaks. Gay people. Criminals. Rapists. Child molesters. And let's take me, a 15-year-old child, and dump him in her. And let's let him sit for 40 years. Here I am. I'm a child. And you don't know what I've been through, but I do. And so does God. When you take into the consideration, I'm 65 years old. Let me tell you what you didn't know. I only been out here in your world for 13 years of my life out of 65 years of living. Only 13 years of my life has been on the streets. The rest of it, they caged me like I was an animal, from a child to a juvenile, from a juvenile to an adult to an old man. The first place I went to was called Children's Center, a detention for juveniles. When I got done with them in there, they shut it down. So they sent me to Army's Village.
You already explained this. That's why.
Yeah, I want to keep explaining.
Okay, go ahead.
I'll make a point. I shut that down. Frenchburg Boys Camp, shut it down. When I say shut it down, they closed it. They sent me to a mental institute in Frankfurt where they did experiments on me, electric shock, all that stuff, shut them down. Northern Reception Center, shut it down. So now they're going to send me to a prison. And remember, as a child, everything around me is adult, criminal. I did all that time, I survived. So the point y'all missed was this. I came out a changed man, but let me tell you how I changed. Well, I was in there doing all that fighting, spitting, cussing, throwing shit, pits. I got into a state of mind where I didn't care no more. I ain't feel nothing. It's like I was alive but dead to my feelings. I shut everything down. Only thing I'm gonna do is fight you. But while in the course of doing all that fighting, I remember the time when it all changed and I started having these bad nightmares where the devil tried to take me in my sleep. 3 times he did. I remember the first time I was laying on my back, just barely dozing, and then something snatched my spirit out of me, and I felt myself going down. And I broke a grip. I broke the devil's grip. Not long after that, a year or two, another attack came. Same thing, laying in the bed. And then this time, I seen a pond, and a pebble hit the pond and made them waves, and it was a face in her. And when them waves cleared up and I saw the face, something snatched my spirit. That was the look of death. I couldn't break it, and I remember calling on Jesus. And then there was a third time it happened. But this time my eyes was wide open. I wasn't high, drunk, or nothing, fully awake. And blacked out and seen nothing but darkness. And it was so dark, the darkness brushed against your skin. You could feel the darkness. And the airway split out with fire, and the figure came out of the corner. And flaming fire had a figure of a man walking towards me. So my spirit life came back in my body, my soul did. And I sat up and thought about it. That's what caused me to study religion So I had to study our religion because I'm having all these religious experiences now. And it's kind of like, I want to know what it is. So I studied our religion. When I say study, I mean I went to the root. Like if I study Islam, I won't stop at the Prophet Muhammad or his family and his siblings. I go past that and study what life was like before Islam. Who were they serving then? And I go past that. I go all the way to the root. I go to the root on everything. That's how you'll know the genuine truth of anything is go to the root. So in doing this, I learned to discover something about me. Now I done heard the voice of God, a voice so powerful that when you hear it, it blocks out all sound. Well, you can't hear nothing but that voice. I done seen that tablet that Moses broke on the mount. I done seen Moses. I done seen the birth of Jesus. I done had my whole body filled from the toe to my whole being filled with the Holy Spirit. And I've been called. And that's when I drew the line. Now I'm sitting there fighting, nasty, just filth. I was a pile of filth. I lost all malice. I ain't care about nothing. And God is now talking to me. Out of all these years, when God had a chance to talk to me, he waited until I covered myself with filth. Without shame, just sitting there shameless. Dirty, filthy, rotten, corrupt, evil, mean and nasty and hateful. All the things that I developed in my prison experience. And having did all my studies, having been called and chosen, I declined. I sat down on my bed and I told God, no. I'm not going to sacrifice me, my time, to help anybody after the way they treat me. And I felt something about that because remember this, I just told you that I only been out there in the free world 13 years out of 65 years. So I ain't got murder, ain't no rape, ain't no child molesting, ain't no burning nothing down, setting a bomb off, doing a terrorist act, a big drug deal, being involved in real bad mafia criminal activities. But I'm gonna stay locked up all my life, only 13 years out of 65 years, so you tell me, yeah, I'm frustrated. And so, but in the process of all this, I kept on with my studies. And the more I studied, the more I learned. And I knew why I felt the way I felt. I knew I was called and chosen, but yet still I kept saying, And to stop my dreams and my visions, I said, I know the best way to do this. To get that spirit out of me, that clean, holy spirit, I started smoking weed, smoking cigarettes, drinking. Defiled the temple. And I kept it defiled on purpose. And you may say, well, you know what, Fleece? There's no telling what God called you to do. You could have helped probably the world. And I probably could have. because I know things that y'all don't know. For instance, let me tell you something you don't know. See how well this goes with you. Y'all want the truth? Can you handle the truth? Let me tell it to you. There was a time in the Bible that Jesus told a parable. See, parables are told when it is felt that the people can't handle the truth coming straight out. So you tell them in a parable, and when they figured it out, by the time they figured the parable out, they will have understanding of this. You know, if you tell it to them all at one time, it will just, hey, they can't make sense of it. Well, here's what happened. You get your Bible and you read it. Jesus told them that one day the men went and planted wheat in the field. Having planted, they went to sleep. The enemy came and planted tares among the wheat. In case you don't know what tares is, tares look the same as wheat. They look the same, but it's called tar, and that's called wheat. There's a difference. So when the men woke up and went out there to look at the field and seen tares, ran across some planted in the mountain, they said, who did this? Should we root it up? They said, no, because you try to root that up, you'll be turning up the wheat too, because they look the same, you won't know, really. But let them grow together, and then the harvest do the separation. So Jesus went his way. So his disciples, they was kind of like, no, we got to know what this means. So they went to Jesus and asked him, man, just be straight up. Tell us. He said, okay, since you want to know the truth, let's see if you can handle it. So Jesus said, the field he was talking about is the world. The wheat are the people of God, God's people, his children, the one he created. He said, but the tar are the children of the evil one, and the enemy that planted them, that put them out, is the devil. Do you get me? So he said in the end, the angels is going to be the reapers that's going to separate the good from the bad. Now here's the point. He spoke about two types of kids brought into this world. One by God, one by the devil. And they grow up together. You can't tell the difference. The one that is brought by the devil, they have a duty to take the good kids and turn them bad. Teach them all that bad stuff. Teach them how to be gay. Teach them how to steal, how to sell dope, how to kill, how to talk back to their parents, skip school, rob and hurt and rape. That's what they do. See, when them parents get to knock on the door, little bitty old child, can your kids spend the night? And their parents, oh yeah, it looks harmless. They ain't nothing but a kid. That's what they think. How your parents feel about it? Well, mama said call. So you call the parents and they say yeah. 10 years later, you walk in the room and your kid, if it's a boy, he might be dressed up like a girl. And then you be like, hold on. Where did this shit come from? Who taught him this? Who got their hands on my child and turned him into a faggot. My daughter, how did she become, what did she call herself, a man? See, let me tell you something. There's things going on that I done learned that I'm supposed to be teaching you, advising you, warning you. It is my destiny. I said no. Now, in some of these interviews, you might think I'm repeating stuff, but now I'm adding on to something. I'm trying to make a point. Now, let me speak on this. Y'all heard a story about the Indians and the Cowboys, how the white people took the Indians' land, all that old stuff. Now, I'm going to keep it real with you, tell you what's going on. The wheel is turning, right? So, I Googled the wealthiest family in America.
What about household?
By per income per household.
All right.
It wasn't white people. It used to be. They was on top. It's now the Asians. And up under the Asians, it's the Indians. And up under them, then it's the white people, then the black people. So you see, white people done fail. And every year they losing. They losing more and more of America. Now the Asians got it, and the Indians is in pursuit. And black people, we get ready to rise above them, and then the white people will be, I guess, the poorest race in America. They heading towards that right now. So, sorry about your luck. But here's the truth of the matter. History is going to repeat itself. You see the same thing you seen over here happen in Germany. When them Jews went to Germany and set up shop, and they was like what Mexicans and stuff is over here, workers. They went in there and went to work. They was taking jobs and opportunities. And before you know it, they was owning most of Germany. They had all the banks, all the corporations and everything, but here's where they messed up. They weren't giving their jobs and opportunities to nobody but Jews. And the Germans picked up on it, and they knew that they was losing their country. And they knew the only way to get them up out of there was to fight them the way they fought them. And now, over here in America, let me tell you what's happening. It's happening according to a verse in the Bible. What Jesus said, he said it. First thing he said, let no man deceive you. You know, make you think something else. This is what you need to know. He said, many would come in his name. It don't matter what denomination, Baptist, Pentecostal, Catholic. You coming in the name of Jesus, you coming in his name. He said they gonna profess to be followers, and they gonna lie. We already know they lying because, you know, they come out of church every Sunday, they don't stop to help nobody. So whatever they taught in the church, they not bringing it to the people. And he said, they'll deceive many. Then he said nation would rise against nation. Ain't no S on it, like nations. It was talking about the nation within itself. We see that going on. Republicans fighting against the Democrats, people fighting against their government, everybody's clashing within the nation. It's a division. He said you're going to see feminist earthquakes and Philistines in different places. You know, all over the world, we see the mudslides, tornadoes, earthquakes. He said, but the end is not yet. These days, it has a name. It's called the Day of Sorrows. These are the days when you're going to see a lot of things make, sorrowful stuff. The days of sorrow, where people going to do things that just bring everybody to tears. See, but after that, going to come the days of offenses, because they're going to get offended. Like they are now, blaming God. God did this, God did it. God ain't did none of this. You fail to realize the devil does exist. And you get ready to see that soon. You're going to see it soon. He does exist. But they blame God, and after the days of sorrow comes the days of offenses when people going to get offended and they going to start betraying each other hard. Truce breakers, they going everybody is traitor stuff, come cutthroat. We going to enter that era. And there's another one coming. But let me tell you this. Martin Luther King said he had a dream. I had one. Different from his. But I had a dream. And in this dream, I saw the devil released upon the earth. It's going to be y'all don't even know what's getting ready to come upon you because you out there loaded up with weed, liquor, pills, cocaine, heroin, whatever you take, champagne, a whole bunch of distraction, and you don't know what's knocking at your door. I know how to get around it, how to bypass it, but I can't stop it. And because I feel the way I feel, my answer, no, I won't. I realize, man, that it's hard for me to say that. I'm trying to let this love set in my heart so I can fulfill my destiny, but it's hard. Every time I look at the internet, all these lies on the internet about me being a rapist and stuff. And my enemies, y'all relentless. But guess what? You can't overthrow what you can't overthrow. Peace out.
All right, Fleece, I want to ask you some questions. This will probably be the first part of a question and answer me and you've done, like a traditional interview. So you told me I could ask
12 questions, 12 of them.
And I told you I doubled up some of the questions inside the question.
You're going to only get 12.
Well, I mean, it's 12 questions, but
you're going to get 12.
Some questions have 2 parts.
Well, you're going to get 12.
All right. You ready?
Ready.
At one time, you talked about you, your brothers and sisters singing, your father having you sing answers and questions in the house, and he sung back to you. How long did this last, and how often did that happen?
That's a couple of years.
It lasted a couple of years?
Yeah.
Every day you had to sing ask?
Everything. If I go outside, Daddy, can I go outside? Then he'll holler, have you straightened your room up, boy? And I'd be like, I'm talking to you. And I don't want to answer. And I said, yes, sir. Then my mama would call me. I'm coming down. I'm coming up there to see if your room is really clean. And I said, it got sick, so I stood up against it. I said, I'm done. Next question.
All right. Your parents passed while you was locked up.
True.
Did this make you become more heartless, or did you lean on God more?
I ain't feel nothing. I was already leaning on God. There wasn't nothing else I could lean on but God. At that time, I was actually acknowledging God. And I didn't put none of that on God, but like I said, all good things come from God. People are running around talking about when they lose somebody, God gave, God take. God didn't take that away from you, man. Are you crazy? God is trying to give you life. But that's how backwards the devil got people. Like the scriptures say, woe to those who see evil as good and good as evil. Yeah, I know the scripture.
All right. Let me get your perspective on this. Why do people expect criminals in prison not to act like criminals while they are in prison? Why do you think it happens?
It ain't that they don't expect, they expect them to act like criminals in prison. So they set forth rules in prison to stop them from acting like criminals in prison. That's why the rules is put in place in prison, being truthful. It's not that they don't know they gonna act like, they know they gonna try to behave like it, and prison is to shut it down. Shut down what society couldn't shut down. That's what a prison's supposed to do, shut down what society could not shut down. That's why people is taken from society when they show problems of that magnitude to be put in the penitentiary. It's the prison's job to, teach them.
All right. What event makes a person become a savage? What flips that switch? What was your switch that made you?
Well, it's already in you. A lack of knowledge is the first key to it. Usually anybody you see that is flipped the script like that is lacking in knowledge, right? It takes situations, it's a pile of really of problems. Like somebody make you angry today, and tomorrow 4 other people make you angry. The next day you get angry about something else, and it just, next thing you know, it's a build-up. And it only takes one little small thing to release it. You can accidentally bump into a person, they be ready to take your head off. It's a build-up. It's a build-up.
So, I got this question from somebody else, but I wanted to know the answer myself. When a man first decides to have sexual relations with another man, is the feeling anger or disappointment?
It ain't either one.
It ain't, what is it?
The first thing is he knows he's doing it wrong. He knows what he's doing is wrong. That's the first thing that hits them, is they doing wrong. That's why when they first do it, they do it in secret.
So it's more shame.
It's more, yeah, it's like I was telling you just now about these evil children the devil has planted in this world around these good kids. See, now the ones that is doing it, that is turning them out, oh yeah, they definitely evil, born that way. This is what they was brought into the world to do, is to turn straight man's gate, to turn everything upside down. See, this is going towards the end of the world. And they here for a reason. and you don't know who they are. That's why it's like the tares and the wheat. Learn about that parable, and you will learn why society is the way it is and why this ain't preached in the church, because it caused widespread panic. You don't know. It'll make you take your kids and pull them away from other kids. It'll make you question everybody. So I'm telling you something. I'm stepping over the process because this is done in a step-by-step process. That's how it usually did according to the Bible and history. You know, when you're trying to tell people something of that magnitude that can cause widespread panic and all of this, it's supposed to be done a little here and a little there, but I'm giving it to you all right now, meat. Take it or leave it. And the reason I'm giving it to you is because I'm sick and tired of the mouth of the world coming towards me. You know, I'm going to give you something to talk about. Don't talk about me. I'm going to give you something really to think about before you step to me. You better examine yourself, brother and sister. And let me ask you this. If I asked all of y'all, out of 1 billion gay people in the world, if I asked you how they became that way, what would you say? Was they born like that? Did their mama teach them? How did they come? I know how they came that way. I just told you. I'm telling you things, secrets held from people, generations.
So you don't think they're born like that?
No, they are not born like that. You know, just like they was talking about an NBA player. Like, here's the facts. Let's keep it to the facts. You got a dick. You got a penis and balls. You got a breast and vagina. That's the only proof you need to know who you are and who you was born to be. I don't care if you cut your penis off, cut your balls off, grow big, fat breasts. You still was born a man, and who you was born to be is who you gonna die being. You can deceive yourself, say, I don't want to accept this, being this person. I want to be gay, I'll be a woman. But the fact is, when you look at it from the truth, you are what you are. You are a man, born one and would die one. And as far as the gay females, same her. You can cut your hair short, buck up, wear men clothing, grow beards, take all that old stuff. I know all of them. I'm friends with a lot of them. But you know what? You still a woman. You was born to be one. You don't accept it. Somehow something that got in your mind. Something that deceived you to think that portraying the role of a man makes you a man. No, it don't. So, as long as you alive, living that way, you are living a deceived life. You self-deceived. You living in a fantasy world. You living in a you living fake, false, untrue.
How you so sure about that?
I just told you how I was sure about it. If you got balls and a penis, you a man. That's my surety right there. There's nothing else that can distinguish a man from a woman except that. You can cut him off and all that, but if you was born like that, you came out of your mama with a ball and a penis, you're a man. You're a male. You can grow up and exhibit the traits of a woman, even physical. Big butt, big thighs, big legs, you're still a man. And the woman, the females, I done seen you. I done seen some they can knock a man out. I done seen some that can do anything a man can do, a self being a man. You can never be that. You can think you are, you will never be a man. See, that's the difference between like a nickel and a dime. They can do the same thing. But the difference is a dime is more valued than a nickel. And like the Bible said, a man wasn't created for the woman, but a woman was created for the man. And God saw it wasn't good that a man should be alone. And now we know why. So he created a woman to be a helper to the man. But when the devil came along, he created what they call he created a thing where they can't get along. All of them. It's gonna be fixation and all this. It's a problem going on in the world right now. And everybody's losing touch on where it's coming from. Everybody's getting relations. Everywhere I go, man and woman, arguing, fighting, calling police on each other, shooting and stabbing each other. Yeah, husband and wife, girlfriends and boyfriends. And then in the gay community, they breaking out each other's car windows and going nuts and all this stuff. Where's the peace? Where's the love? Where's whoever you claim to be? What is it doing for you?
All right. How does a man that does 40 years in prison not kill or be killed while he's in there?
Well, like I said, I'm going to talk back to that. I can sit here in front. Oh, I was smart. I'm strong. I got hands. I got connections. Ain't none of that. The only thing to get me from point A to B is God and Jesus. I was ignorant. I had parole 3 or 4 times and blew my parole because of my attitude. I didn't want to give up fighting and standing up for myself, even though it cost me my freedom and more time in prison. So I knew that in order for me to make it through what I went through, it didn't have nothing to do with I had abilities, gifts above anybody else. God made a difference. I was preserved. You put a child in there around all these killers, serial killers, everything. 40 years, man, I come up out of there. Don't y'all see it? I came up out of there, a change, man. See, here's what gets me. I came out with love. I started getting the love back in me. I come out here in society, and I wanted to get around people that can teach me good manners again. I want to be around situations that can cause me to cry, man, to feel for people, to cure, to be a part of something. See, that life, I done already lived all that. Everything y'all living out there, I done lived. Everything you are, I done been. Except a baby rape, a rat, and a child molester. I ain't been none of that. I done been everything else. And I sat here and when I watch TV, man, First 48 and all them stuff, and I listen to all them rappers and stuff, what they talking in their songs and stuff, I giggle to myself, because you know what? I used to rap.
Please don't rap.
I'm not going to rap here because I was a nasty rapper.
I heard you rap.
Yeah, I was
Please
nasty.
don't rap.
Nah, I'm not going to do it. I ain't going to set nobody off. But, make everybody mad at me, want to come gun it for me, shoot me. That nigga's mouth is nasty. Yeah, it is. It was. But here's the thing I'm trying to get y'all to realize. Even though I have been probably worse than I can even explain myself as being, I'm not setting myself up as on a pedestal like I'm a good guy. I come from a good family, and man, I was filthy, rotten, disgusting to know. And I was evil. I fought, but when I got out, By the time I got out, I done went through changes. I done got in tune with God and with Jesus, with the Word, with what's really going on in the world. And I wanted to come out of here with love, show some love, help some people, man. And then I went to Louisville. And on Market Street, where I lived at, go to Market. I'm the one that was feeding the poor people, taking the dope fiends and stuff off the streets in my house, giving them showers, clothes to wear, and food to take with them with a little money in their pocket. Even though I don't really have nothing, I was taking care of people daily, man.
Let's stay on track.
Nah, I'm on track.
You already done told him that. Let's stay on track. I told you it was question and answer.
No.
Yes. You agreed to a question and answer. That's what we're gonna do.
I do.
All right, the next question. Have you ran into any men you were sexually intimate with in prison out here in the free world?
No.
Okay.
I'm getting frustrated.
I know it.
Because I wanted to finish, man.
You done already said it.
No.
You done already said it 1,000 times. Them people know.
Listen.
Them people know you got a good heart, man.
Nah, they don't know nothing.
Yes, they do.
They don't know. They don't know. They think I'm the worstest. Look.
That's only a couple people, bro.
I want myself known, period.
Told you quit reading them comments, man.
Nah, I don't read no comments. I'm going by what I want people to know about me.
Where you getting the information from?
From me.
Where you getting it? How you know? How you know what they think?
I want them to know who I am.
I know they know, but how you know? How you know about the negative stuff?
Well, you done told me some of it.
And some of it you what?
I'm not gonna look, man.
Some of it you read it, right?
Yeah, but I'm not gonna keep letting people think that I'm tough.
Those are bots.
I want to. This is my show.
Those are bots.
You my agent. I want to be able to talk.
So you want to keep on telling people the same thing over and over?
I want to be able to say what's on my man.
Over and over. Same
not
thing.
Over and over. I want to say what's on my man.
You done said it.
No, I have not. I'm not finished. I want to be able to say this one thing.
Just tell me you want to keep saying it, and I'm gonna let you say it.
No.
Go ahead and say it. Go ahead and say it. I'm gonna play the video back to you. Go ahead.
No, here's what I want to say. It ain't no keep saying nothing. I'm not gonna let nobody make me look like I'm a piece of shit.
You can't do nothing about the internet.
Yeah, I can.
No, you can't.
Yeah, I can.
No,
I'm gonna tell them the truth.
The lie got bigger legs than
I don't care what the lie says. I'm gonna tell my side. They can say whatever they want to say, and the joke will be on them. Now, what a person got to say about me, I don't care, because it don't pay my bills or put shoes or clothes on me.
You do care because you're explaining yourself again. You do care.
But I'm gonna speak my mind. I'm not a clown. I'm not nobody's clown, first of all. I'm not here to try to entertain America. I'm not one of them clowns or modern day clowns that even though they don't wear the white stuff around their mouth, they still entertain the white people by putting themselves down and putting everybody around them down. Mm-hmm. Now, that ain't where I'm at. You know, I'm not trying to make you laugh, giggle, or nothing. I don't really need nothing from nobody. I can make it in this world. Mm-hmm. I can hold my own, done it. You know, I done it. I done held my own against everybody. You know, I done had people I've been left for dead 40 years and survived, bro.
Right.
You know, so I come back out here with the same temperament, man, to try to survive and make it out here. But all this crazy stuff on the internet, but I'm a serial rapist, I've robbed this and that, it's been stopping me from getting jobs, working, opportunities, having me kicked out of churches and stuff like this, and I'm sick of it. You know, got people in this country thinking that I'm just like I'm a demon. I'm the Antichrist or something. I'm against everything black people, like I'm for everything white people does. No, I'm the balance between. I'm the one that can get you over the hump. But you know what? I told God, no. I ain't gonna be like the other prophets or none of them. My answer is no. And right now, it's still no. And right now, I'm aggravated. I'm going to end this interview right now.
Hold on, how you gonna end it
I'm
before I
going to
answer
end
my
it.
question?
I'm going to end it.
I'm not done with my questions.
I'm aggravated.
I'm not done with my questions.
Yeah, but I'm going to answer them later. I'm going to smoke a cigarette.
You told me you was gonna answer.
I'm going to answer them, but I ain't going to answer them now.
So you gonna take a break and then come back?
Yeah, I mean, it still got me pissed.
Now my next question is, how does a man keep his respect in prison while participating in homosexual activities?
First of all, ain't nobody in prison care about it. Prison is a society that all that stuff is accepted. You got only a small crew coming up claim they stay away from this. The Muslims used to, but I done caught them. Same one caught himself Muslim, stealing pork chops, eating stuff, having sex with gay people, and getting called out on it. And so, I done seen it. But in prison, you do what you do, and you don't worry about respect because, first of all, you living around people that can't even say for what they in there for. They got the nerve to ask somebody, show me respect for what? What do a murderer look like telling somebody, you wrong for sucking a dick, when he's in there for killing somebody's child? How can he, somebody that is a serial killer, tell somebody is gay, stay away from me, I don't know why y'all do what y'all do. Look what you did. You killed 19 people. Who the hell are you? So in prison, you don't worry about respect from nobody in there because ain't nobody in there deserving of respect. We all in there, like I said, we are considered garbage. Prison is a dump site that society throw the garbage in. That's how they look at it. So when we go in there, that's what we are looked at. And it's only up to us to show that it ain't who we are. It's up to us to prove it. That, we can learn in our, come out with a better education, trades, and, new perspective on life. It'd be up to us. But when we throw it in prison, that's a garbage dump. And we are considered the trash of society.
What about, do you watch any other YouTube channels about prison stories?
No, I don't have to watch them because I done lived them. Why would I want to watch something I done lived? I'm sick of it. I'm sick of all that stuff.
They say you one of the only few that actually speak the truth. That's why I was asking you.
Yeah, I'm gonna speak it. What should I lie about? It's garbage.
Well, I got a couple more questions. What did you want to be when you was a child? What did you dream about being?
I ain't have a dream like that. Oh, it was only one thing that I did like though. I remember.
What's that?
Back then, they used to have, when the TV signed off, they used to have the Star Spangled Banners. And then the jets would come through, flying in formation. And I used to ask my mama, could I stay up to watch, the jets come flying through? A lot of times she said no, but I'll turn the TV on. And anyway, but I used to have a fascination of jets.
So but you want to be a pilot?
Nah, I ain't want to be none. But I didn't have that. Man, it was like I wasn't even given time to even decide a future for me. I was locked up. Shit. I'm 65 and only been on the streets 13 years of my life, man. You tell me, what should I ask to be like? Al Capone, John Gotti? None of them, because they wasn't no good. You learn all that in prison about these gangsters, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hitmans, I mean, man, I met people that brutal. I mean, brutal. Wasn't no good. Found out later they was rats. Snitch was something else that is not good to know. And you learn things, man. That's why I never joined a clique, a gang, or nothing. So that I'm not gonna be the having nobody tell me shit on how to do. Let's ride or die. All that you go do your own bit. I can handle, man. I fought without nobody's help. I fought a system full of nasty, racist white people. A system of them. And you think I don't know how they are? I know I'm good.
All right, last question. Tell us something about Fleece Johnston that we don't know.
You know I was a child of God, did you?
I knew that.
No, I didn't know. I didn't know I was called, chosen by God until God came to me. I ain't gonna believe it. Then I come to attitude about it. And even right now, I still have an attitude towards the world. This is what happened. It was like Jonah in the Bible. Remember the whale spat him out? God called him to do something he didn't want to do. He didn't think the people was deserving. And when after the whale spit him out, it wasn't no big deal. He went and sat up on that tree for shade, and they caused the leaves on the tree to wither. No shade, bro. You gonna do what God sent you to do. Me, there's a difference. I'm of a little higher rank than him. I know who I am. And if I wanted to, I can stop smoking. I can fast. You know, the longest I went on the fast was 21 days without eating anything. So I can fast. I can pray. And I can help you in more ways than you can imagine. I know more about the enemy that you fight than you do. My name is Fleece. In English, fleece is the wool that covers a sheep, which is the comfort of a sheep. The same thing Jesus said when he died, he's going to send back a comfort. Spiritually, fleece means to destroy the enemy, Hebrew and Greek. That's my original definition of my name. There's greatness under my name, greatness, that I just keep hid because of my attitude. And I tell you what, I tell all my enemies this. Hollywood's on strike. So I'm at. That's the truth.